Hey, what's up all you two-legged animals? Jeremy here with Full of Sit. Welcome back to another episode of Questions Every Dog Owner Has. So, in this episode, we're going to be talking about potty training your dogs. Okay, gets posted on social media, I don't know how many times a day, a lot, right? Everybody always wants to know, how can I potty train my dog? Well, we're going to help you out. But first, let's get this intro out of the way. Potty training 101. In theory, it's really simple. It's all about preventing the dog from using the bathroom in the house and encouraging them to use the bathroom outside. All right. We're going to talk about some things that we should be doing and some things that we shouldn't be doing when we're potty training our dogs. I like teaching my dogs what I expect them to do first, so we're going to kick it off with things that we should be doing while we're potty training our dogs. It's all about supervision. We have to know where our dog is, what they're doing at all times, okay, until they're potty trained. Get a crate. Use it, okay, an appropriately sized crate. Your dog should have enough room to go into the crate, turn around, lay down, stand up, all that good stuff comfortably. But you don't want a crate that's twice as big as your dog, so that way they have room to potty at one end and lay at the other. Now we're teaching the dog to potty in the crate, right? Another thing we can do is keep our dog on a leash, even in the house. By keeping the dog on the leash, we're keeping them hopefully close to us because we're hanging onto the other end of the leash. And if the dog's close to us, we should know what they're doing, okay? Now, if the dog starts sniffing around looking for a place to potty, it's our responsibility as the human to take the dog outside and let him go potty. Right. We set up a schedule for our dog. So it's pretty common for a lot of dogs, just like people, when they first wake up in the morning, they need to go out and go potty, okay? Or if it's a puppy and they sleep a lot during the day, then every time they wake up, I would be taking them out to go potty. Also, after they exercise or they play, they normally have to go potty, especially puppies. So puppies get wrapped up into play and they want to run around and have fun. And just like human kids, they don't think about going potty because they're having so much fun. And then when they settle down, they start to like, ooh, do the pee-pee dance because I held it too long and now I really got to go, okay? So after they play or they exercise, hang out outside for a little bit and let them potty before you bring them back in. A good kind of ballpark time frame is for each month that your dog is in age, should be about an hour that they should be going out, okay? So if you got an 8-week-old puppy, it's 2 months old, they should be going out every 2 hours at the max, right? So take them out more often than that if you can. If you got the time to take them out every hour or every 30 minutes, then awesome, do it. Take them outside. If they go potty outside, praise them, let them know how freaking awesome they are, right? Likewise, if you got a 3 or a 4-month-old puppy or a 6-month-old puppy, 3, 4, 6 hours should be the longest that they're having to wait in between potty trips. So let's talk about when we do take them outside to potty, how do we do it, okay? It helps if we take the dogs to the same spot every single time, so that way they learn which area of the yard is the potty area. I personally take my dogs out farthest away from the house to the farthest corner of my yard that I can get them. We stand around outside with the dog on the leash, we take them to the designated spot, and we become a post. We want to be absolutely boring to the dog. We're not interacting with the dog, we're just standing there hanging out with the dog on a leash until they go potty. After they go potty, that's when we praise and pay. So we throw a little party, right? We make a big deal out of it and make the dogs feel really good about pottying outside. So don't make the mistake of taking your dog outside and letting them potty and then bringing them back in and then telling them they're a good boy or a good girl and giving them food in the house. Technically, if you do that, you've just rewarded the dog for coming in the house instead of pottying outside, right? All right, so now we're going to get into some stuff that you shouldn't be doing while you're potty training your dog. One of the biggest things I see people do is they want to use pee pads, okay? I do not like using pee pads. What pee pads do is it actually teaches the dog to potty in the house. Best case scenario, you have a dog that's learned to potty on pee pads, and then they start peeing on magazines or newspapers or little mat, the mats that you stand on in the kitchen or whatever, welcome mats or whatever. They don't really learn to potty outside. They just learn to pee on something that's laying in the floor. So we don't want to create any bad habits that we have to come back later and fix. Another thing that we do, that a lot of people do that we shouldn't be doing is getting mad at the dog for having an accident, all right? So tons of people always say, oh, shove their nose in it and whop them over the head with a rolled up newspaper or whatever, and then throw the dog outside if they have an accident. That's the wrong way to go about it, right? It's our job as a person to supervise our dog and know what they're doing. So if the dog has an accident because we didn't have them on a leash and we didn't have them in a crate and we gave them the opportunity to sneak off and have an accident, then that's our problem and we need to work on that, okay? It's our fault. Another thing we don't do is throw the dog outside and leave them for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long, and just assume that the dog has used the bathroom outside. So again, I see this all the time. People will say, oh, I put my dog outside. They were outside for 30 minutes and I brought them back in. And as daggone it, as soon as I brought them back in, the dog peed in the floor. So what's happening there is either, one, the dog isn't pottying when you put them outside. They're doing dog stuff. They're running around chasing squirrels and digging holes instead of going potty. Or you put the dog outside. They had to go potty and they pottied as soon as they went outside. You left them out for 30 minutes. You brought them back in. And then, uh-oh, I got to go potty again. So, go outside with your dogs, supervise them when they're outside, make sure that they're going potty, reward them outside. The way I handle it is if a dog is going potty in the house, and I'm doing my due diligence, and I've got my dog on a leash, and the dog is right next to me, I interrupt that behavior. So if I see my dog start to pee or poo in the house, I immediately make a noise to distract them. Hey, 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 hey. And then I pick the dog up and I take them outside and I let them finish pottying outside. I still praise them. I still tell them how freaking awesome they are for going potty outside. I want to make the dog feel good about going potty outside so they learn that, hey, that's the spot to do it, not in the house. That about wraps it up. Potty training 101, pretty easy, right? It is time consuming, takes a lot of supervision. All right, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. That's going to let YouTube know that you like the content, and I'll keep making more, okay? Ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. On the flip side of that, if you don't like the content, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button. But to let YouTube know that you really don't like it, smash that sucker 2 times. Right. And until next time, grab a leash, get your dog, and get to work, you filthy animals.